Eric Keller here with Enthusiast Auto Group. We're driving a 2013 M3 Competition 6-speed. I wanted to give you a little sample of what this thing sounds like. This S65 is a screamer. It is awesome, and it is awesome for a lot of reasons besides just that harmony or symphony of throttle bodies firing off. It is an individual one of one in gray black metallic. It's a final year car. That is very, very healthy and has some choice Dinan bits on it that certainly add to that amazing sound. That we have acquired from the first owner. All records history, very low, 7,800 miles. It's going to be hard to get rid of this car, and I think that we're going to hang on to it for a bit. It really matches a couple of the other cars in the EAG stable, our E46 M3 sparkling graphite one of one comp slick top, carbon fiber roof in this one. Sunroof delete Sportivo, so it's a good compliment to that group, and we are kind of our own best customer at the end of the day. And these M3s are very special. They're the last of the naturally aspirated analog driving experiences that we probably took for granted for quite a long time back in the day, and of course we loved our E30s and 36s and 46s, and lots of other enthusiasts, yourself probably watching this video can certainly agree with all of the M3s being fantastic cars of the analog era, and you know, with the newer stuff being quite a bit more technical and developed for all of the different requirements that the industries needed and required. You know, there's turn a lot faster lap times and all that, but they don't give you that connection to the driver, and that's what has really brought so many people, ourselves included, to this brand. It's, you know, it really is the ultimate driving machine, and the M3 is really the ultimate driving instrument. I think many people, especially in the industry, journalists, would agree with that. The M3s are getting harder to find, and we're very, very thankful that we've got a really great group of them today. We're going to go to our photo studio where we've got a lot of cars in various stages of the program that I think will make for quite an enjoyable overview of the M3. It's kind of, this is going to be kind of the ultimate M3 video, I suppose, with the soundtrack provided by this S65. Oh man, this is a degree car. This is a good day. Definitely one of the better parts of the job, having fun like this. That just never gets old. The M3s that we're going to be seeing here are it's a good cross-section of all the analog M3s, and I think before we do that, we'll take a quick lap around this gray black M3 and go over some of the highlights on it as we pull in here to our body shop and our detail studio. So let's take a lap and then check out all the hardware in this building. This Gray Black E92 is stealth. It's a stealth fighter. It really is a dynamic color. In the 2 weeks or so that we've had this car at EAG, looking at it in all of the different lighting conditions has, well, it's not really looked the same color twice. Really unique. Very, very happy with it. Of course, the Dinan gear makes some great noises. The car certainly sounds as mean as it looks. we went ahead and added a set of spacers there to give it just the right stance. Not something we typically do on our standard inventory, but as soon as this came in, we pretty much knew that it wasn't going to be on the market long. Again, we are very blessed to be able to have the pick of our litter, and this is just that. I don't know that we'll see another, well, with only one of these built, I suppose we're not going to see another in this color. There's a lot of cars in this room, I suppose, that we could say the same thing about. We have really the ultimate gaggle of M3s in the studio today. Starting with, I guess we should start with the originals, the Sport Evolution, the E30 M3s, which today we have two Sport Evos in the studio, both of which have just recently sold. This is a slick top, the number 9 car. It was originally built for a race team, and the order was never activated, and then went into the standard process and was sold to an owner in Sweden, where he added some of the goodies that he had ordered on the car that he never received. Heading to a new client in Indianapolis, new being in the last 12 months or so. An old client bought this lightweight from us and sent it back down to go through the program again and have some more upgrades and personalization done to it. This is a PTG installed Group N motor with a 6-speed, and he also owns the C46 M3 that is also a slick top. It's a final year competition package that has quite a lot of choice upgrades installed per his request. The interior also done a little bit CSL style with some Recaro speedster seats and some Dinan gear, Euro console, and an airbox that will probably rival the scream and throat of that S65 that we just finished driving around. Adding a lot of these upgrades are things that we certainly do for our clients that are buying from us, whether it's performance or ceramic coating and paint corrections. There's a lot of stuff that we also standardize in selling the cars, like this Lime Rock that's heading to a new home on the East Coast. Michael, first time EAG client, really looking forward to sending his second E92 M3 out to him and learning from the first experience to get to this level. It was a great exchange and exercise. Something that we would be happy to repeat again with the next M3 to hit the market. This is another 27,000 mile Lime Rock that we acquired for the this is the first time we've had this one, the second time we've had that last Lime Rock. And the previous owner of this was great to work with. He even allowed for us to take and send an oil sample out prior to agreeing to terms in a purchase. He wanted to make sure that he was providing a great car that he could sleep well at night knowing that he did his part in disclosing everything properly and accurately, and he did a great job, and I really appreciate going the extra mile, allowing us to do our due diligence. It's one of the differences certainly in the acquisition process. This was a fun one. This came from Corsica, an island off of Italy, about 2 years ago. We did a full paint restoration on the car, sold it to a client in the Bay Area. He had a whole lot of fun with the car in 4,000 miles, actually went through a full set of tires. He's a driver, and we brought the car back through, bought it back, put it through the program again, cleaned everything up, went through mechanically again, and it's heading to a new home. Actually, the owner of that Z8 is the same gentleman that bought this car. We finished the rejuve on it, and it's all covered up and ready to hit the road. Another E36 M3, the red one there, that's just a 9,000 mile car, also with a pretty interesting build sheet. And this one has just sold, heading to a new home. Same owner of the Slick Top Sport Evo bought this M3 to go with his M3 collection, which he now has an M3 of every designation, as well as an M4 GTS that we sold him last year too. And then another E46 M3 comp coming to market soon as well. It's not often that we'll have this strong of a group of M3s in the same building, and certainly looking forward to delivering this next round, as well as the final car over here, which is another E46 competition, heading up to a new client in, I believe, Wisconsin. It's all prepped and ready to hit the truck later today. If you are interested in adding an M3, the ultimate driving precision instrument, to your stable, or have one that you'd like to pass on to the next home and do so with confidence, knowing it's going to end up in the right hands of a loving and deserving enthusiast. That's what we are here to do every day. Or if you've got an M3 that you love as much as this group of guys do, we'd be happy to bring it in for the Rejuve program. We've got 2 buildings full of Rejuve cars at this point, everything from standard 3 Series all the way up to special edition M3s and M5 wagons and Z8s. A lot of good group of enthusiasts there, so appreciate everyone's trust and confidence to allow us to do what we do to our own inventory and our own personal cars to bring them up to that ultimate performance level that we're known for. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. See ya.